Good morning, everybody. It's John for Father's Rights and my anti-human trafficking YouTube channel. It's 10:44 a.m., November 4th, 2024. People have been asking me the question, John, nobody's ever asked you how do you feel about this situation, especially since your daughter is now being exposed to the same people that did something heinous to a child. I think the rape of a child and the trafficking of a child is one of the most despicable, depraved things you could do to anybody in the world. If you get sent to prison for raping a child, we all know what happens when you get to jail, okay? Thugs, murderers, and thieves feel the same way about it. It's taboo, it's something you don't do, even amongst the worst of our society. It's the worst thing you could do, is rape a child. Now, what I'm hearing is, oh, well, she was 14 and he was 30. Excuse, mumbo jumbo. No. I know a girl that was raped when she was young, and it affected her for the rest of her life, whether it was consensual or not. That girl is going to have repercussions for that rape, and she's got to feel like dirt because nobody came to her aid. Instead, what they did was they exploited the situation, the terrible situation the girl went through, and her family, the girl's family, didn't protect her, so they can exploit the perpetrator of this crime. That's what I believe what happened. And that's why other parties who knew this was going on kept quiet, because they didn't want their family to lose the benefit of the exploitation. And what I mean by exploitation, if somebody rapes your child, you're supposed to call the police. Now, if you don't call the police, there has to be a reason why. The reasons why is that they married this girl off at 15. She was 8 months pregnant in February, and the guy was 31. She was married February 15, 2021. No, I'm sorry, 2015. I'm a little off on the times there. 2021 is when she changed and said she got married then in order to protect her, the person that statutory raped her. She must have feelings for him. The problem I have with her, the girl is very helpful. I remember when she used to come over the house for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and without asking, she'd help me clear the table, wash dishes. She was a very, very thoughtful young lady. This is why I can't understand why they are so thoughtless when it came to her. Now, needless to say, I wasn't invited to the wedding, and they lied to me why she stopped coming over the house in around 2014, because by then she was impregnated by a guy that was 30 years old, and if she would have came over the house that Thanksgiving, I would have noticed she was pregnant. So they hid it from me. And they hid all of this stuff from everybody, from the foster care system, from the law enforcement, from people that would actually have real concern over the children, real concern, like myself, looking out for the welfare of these children, because probably nobody else was. I was in their position at one time. I know how it feels. And I feel bad to sit there and not help children that were in the same position when I was a child. Because other people helped me outside of my family, and that's why I'm still alive today and not in prison. What happened with people's knowledge? All of those people are the lowest life forms to me on earth. They're the most despicable group of people on the face of the planet, and I don't want them around my daughter. Unfortunately, I was not wise enough to understand how low these people were going to go in order to keep illicit custody of my daughter. My wife is unwitting. She's just a pawn. She was being told what to do. You understand? And they pumped up her head to hate me because generally my wife's family hates men in general. Some of them for obvious reasons. And I do believe there's a strong proclivity in my wife's family for exploiting children or liking children too much, if you follow my means. So, again, all of these people that had knowledge the girl was raped, placated the rapist, wed the girl off to her rapist, forced her into a life of sexual servitude. That's what they did. She's sexually bonded to this guy, and they can in turn turn around and tell this guy, I want money, give it to me, or I'm calling the police. So he's trapped. It doesn't mean he doesn't deserve that, but he deserves to be in prison because there's other children out there in our family that's exposed to him. And if he feels if he could pay enough money, he can go rape one of them and just make some payments, and you guys won't do anything. That's what you've done. You enabled this man to keep continuing to do what he was doing. This despicable, perverted evil on other children now by letting him rape your own child. And the girl, let me tell you something about the girl. She might not admit it, but she's suffered a traumatic experience that's probably affected her for the rest of her natural life. And if you don't understand, I suggest you speak to Dr. Bath. He's a prominent psychologist out of Washington, D.C., who explains what happens to a girl after she's been statutory raped. I hope they arrest a whole lot of them and throw them in prison. It'll be to the benefit of society, and all the other children in that family will finally be protected as they should be. And on that, I'm out of here.